Yeah,
So
I feel
fair.
you.
I think his shit came like that's what I don't want though. I want to put my own, marks on it. And you're right. There's plenty of things that you want to be worn. Like it shows that you use it. Like, I don't know. My
your
knives.
trailer hitch receiver. Yeah, you're
Sure, you can look at my kitchen knives and tell they've been sharpened many a time.
I like that one.
They've been honed down a few times. I got out of hand one time with my fancy ass knife and like chopping a turkey and fucked the blades all up. I had to take it to a goddamn professional to get it fixed. It was,
Oh, did you?
yeah, because they were like knocked.
What were you doing to the turkey?
I thought this big ass German chef's knife could chop through a turkey leg. Yeah, I thought you could chop through a turkey leg with it, and I like the third whack, and it hasn't gone through it. I get that I'm supposed to have like a meat cleaver, but I don't own a meat cleaver.
I could have made that mistake. Taylor's laughing at you, but I didn't know any better.
But
No, it's just I was imagining on the third smack, like because I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah,
I'm with Kyle. I gotta hack it a little bit. Yeah,
it was a bone. Like I tried to like force through the bone, but it's a bone, and I remembered every movie.
How bad was the nick in it? Like
bad enough that it's cosmetic, like cosmetic.
Where
like I didn't like the way it
over.
looked though. It like nicked into it because it was already a razor sharp knife. It was like there's a chunk missing, like a chip, like a nick in the blade.
And now it's in
part
your
of the blade. Somewhere. I mean, just a little piece.
His turkey's got some iron in it. I can sharpen. I'm a decent sharpener. I had to get good at it for woodworking. I've been sharpening knives lately, and they're a little. Most of the woodworking stuff I sharpened was straight, right? So it was chisels and planes mostly, and they have a really straight blade, and it takes less skill. A knife, on the other hand, is often arced, like there's a curve to it. So there's a different technique in the way you slide it across the stone. And I'm newer to it, but I'm getting it.
Do you use like those setups where it's like you start with this stone and then you do a higher grit and then this and then you've done that whole thing?
I have wet stones, oil stones. I'm using diamond stones lately and strop. And
how do you determine?
I bought this Amazon sharpener like years ago because I was like, it was just one that you like hold and you like drag the knife through it, and like I threw away the instructions, didn't know, and then I like used it once because I was like cutting something and the knife was shitty, and I was like, oh yeah, that Amazon thing, and like I started going like trying to do it, and like I guess I did it wrong or something because it destroyed the entire blade. Like I don't know if it was a crappy sharpener or if I just like went in too hard, but like
I think I've never had luck with that style of sharpener.
After a couple, it was like, oh, all right, well, this is going in the garbage. Like I can't, knife. I mean, like I couldn't sharpen the knife anymore.
Do you find the angle with just your hand, or do you have one of those little plastic things that lock onto the side of the blade that it rides?
So both. I have the plastic thing that you're thinking of. I think mine's metal, but I don't use it anymore. Now I kind of have a knack for putting the blade on the stone and feeling for when I have the factory angle, and then I use my thumbs to maintain that angle as I push it across the stone.
Yeah.
And with a chisel, that's like training wheels, because you like, I wish I could describe it well, but you sort of, put it on the factory angle and you're like, boom, it's locked into that place. And anything else is you're tipping on one of the two edges.
Yeah.
So then you just push it on that. And then a knife is like a harder place to start to learn that skill than a chisel or a plane.
I might not be the best at getting, like you said, this curved part of the blade out here. I try to just change angles and try to hit it flush. But like, I definitely am really good at getting this thing done. I've got a similar thing to you guys.
Probably the important part, I think.
Yeah, I would think so. Like when you're actually like slicing.
That's where I'm not a chef like you, but I just think is it the heel? That's where the bulk of it happens, right? If I'm cutting celery, I'm not using the front.
Feel you. So here's a smarmy thing about what the difference between a chef and a cook that I heard the other day. I don't remember where, but a chef supposedly he's the guy who runs the kitchen. He's got cooks that work for him. And a cook prepares food.
A chef is like a plant manager.
Yeah. Exactly. He's a kitchen manager.
It's manufacturing, basically. They're manufacturing meals, and he's running a small company, sort of thing, managing.